Jets, what is going on, Jet fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward, and I'm so excited to be back with you guys. Training camp is here. I'm so excited. Players are reported for training camp. Jets are going into it with nobody holding out, which is amazing because it's so much different than what we've had to deal with before. So I'm so pumped for the Jets that they've signed all their players, all the rookies, gave extensions to the players who needed it. It feels good going into a training camp not having to stress over anything. It really does. But getting into it, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys here in the Jets Board. It is a great place for you and a safe space for you as well. And if you are new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan, a fan of another team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Board. It is a safe space for you. And I always love hearing from you guys as well in your opinions. It always makes me so happy to have an engaging channel. It really does. Just that back and forth. I've been learning so much from you guys, from fans of other teams especially. So make sure you guys enjoy. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for any notifications of when I update videos, and follow me on X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all under the Jets Board as well for more Jets content. Now, guys, I've got a fun one for you. Like I said, training camp is here. But I want to talk to you guys about some of the biggest storylines going into the Jets training camp that I think a lot of fans should know about, and some things that a lot of us are probably interested in. So jumping into it, the first storyline that I think is very, very important is Aaron Glenn. How is he going to run these practices? He's a brand new head coach, so we don't know how he's going to hold these practices. We have a lot of confidence. He's coming from a great coaching staff in Detroit with Dan Campbell, who has turned around the Lions team and made them a Super Bowl contender every year apparently now. So AG's coming from that, and I'm interested to see how he's going to run these practices. How is he going to engage with the players, the media, things like that? How is he going to walk around? How is he going to move around? Because he's a defensive-minded coach, but in his opening press conference, he said he's going to be just as involved in the special teams, in the offense, as much as he is in the defense. So that's really nice to hear. But we also had a coach that said that last time in Robert Saleh, and that wasn't really the case. So it's going to be interesting to see how he maneuvers around all of these different positional groups and what he can add to them as well. Because he's a very intelligent coach, very great when it comes to defense. I'm interested to see how it comes to the offense. So I'm really excited to see how he runs these practices, how organized, if he's going to be the strict coach that we think he's going to be and hold players accountable. I'm really excited to see how he composes these practices. And I'm excited to say I'll be going to a training camp practice on July 31st, Thursday. So if you're out there and you see me, come up and say hi. I'd love to meet some of you guys in person, some of you fans in person, and just talk to you. I'm going to try to do some shorts there, videos there. So I'm excited to see you guys there on Thursday the 31st at the Jets training camp. I'm excited. It's going to be my first one. So I'm very, very excited for it. I'm excited to see how Aaron Glenn runs these practices. But that's the first storyline going into it. How he can maintain himself as new head coach of the New York Jets and run these organized practices. Now, getting into the next one. Big storyline going into it. Justin Fields. And I have Tanner Engstrand on here as well. Justin Fields. There have been rumors coming out or worries coming out in training camps already or in the OTAs and everything, that he's holding on to the ball too long. My response to that is, it's a new offense for him. He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to learn it. So if he's holding on to the ball too long right now, oh well, he's working with a new offensive line. He's working with a new offense. He's working with new receivers. It's going to take time for him to learn it. So if he's holding on to the ball too long now, I'm not worried about it. But the biggest storyline I'm going into it is, can he take that next jump to be a top quarterback in this league, like I think he can be? He's still young. Can he be a franchise quarterback? We need to see if he can take those strides. And the next thing is, we have a rookie offensive coordinator, Tanner Engstrand, who has had success as a pass game coordinator for the Detroit Lions behind Ben Johnson, but he's never really called plays in the NFL before. So it's going to be a first time for him as well as offensive coordinator. So how is he going to run that offense, and what's his relationship going to be with Justin Fields? How is he going to mold this offense around his skill set? Because I think that's the most important thing. Every team that Fields has been on, he's had to figure out the offense that was already in place. No team has really molded an offense around his skill set. I'm really hoping Tanner Engstrand can, because this kid's got a lot of elite characteristics. He can run the ball very, very well. He's a top 3 running quarterback in the league. And his arm talent is out off the charts. He's got a cannon of an arm. He's getting better with his accuracy. I don't care what anybody says about him not being able to throw the ball. He can. But look at the offensive lines he's had to deal with for the past couple of years. Awful. So now working behind an offensive line that I think is going to be better, I think Fields will be able to light up some teams with his arm talent as well as his running talent, and with some of these playmakers that we have on this team. So I'm interested to see what type of offense we are going to mold around Justin Fields, and because I think he needs to be one of the focal points in this offense. If you want him to succeed in New York, which the coaches are saying they want him to, and that they want him here, if you want him to succeed here, you got to build an offense that makes him a focal point. We can get Garrett Wilson the ball. We can get Breece Hall the ball. Mason Taylor. You got to make it sure that it's an offense that Justin Fields is comfortable in, and that's molded for his strengths. That's the biggest storyline that I'm looking at as well when it comes to the relationship between Justin Fields and Tanner Engstrand and the offense that these two are going to build together. Going into the next one, I've got camp competitions. And some of these are interesting. We got Joe Tippmann and Josh Myers. I don't think that's a real big competition. Josh Myers has started in this league, was a starter for the Packers for a couple of years, which was great for them. But he's now with the Jets. Justin Fields was his college quarterback, so that's an interesting one. But we have Joe Tippmann, who I think is a top 10 center in this league. So there's competition there, but I think Joe Tippmann's ended up going to win this one. But we have a big kicking competition with Harrison Mavis, the thicker kicker, and Caden Davis, who's a rookie coming from Ole Miss, who's got a cannon of a leg. That's going to be interesting to watch. There's a punting competition as well for the Jets with a rookie and a guy who hasn't started in any games, McNamara. So there's a lot of competitions. Who's going to be our weak side linebacker? Is Francisco Mauigoa going to do that? Is Jamin Davis going to be the starter? Are we going to look for somebody to do that? There's a lot of competition. Who's going to be starting safeties? Andre Cisco, I think, is going to be one, but is it going to be Tony Adams? Is it going to be Malachi Moore? Who is going to be this next starting safety? Cornerbacks, too. Brandon Stevens and A.Z. Thomas. Who's going to be the number 2 cornerback? Wide receiver, too. We have a lot of wide receivers on this team. And I'll get to that in a minute, too. But right now, the competitions are very, very interesting right now, and I'm excited to see how each one of these players push themselves to be the starters on this team. I'm excited to see what they can do. Getting into the next one, I got wide receiver 2, like I said. I think this is a big one because we have a lot of players on this team. We have a lot of receivers. It's Garrett Wilson as our bona fide number 1 receiver. He just got paid. He's an elite receiver in this league. But then after that, it's kind of a drop-off. We have Josh Reynolds, who has been looking really good in the OTAs and everything, but can he stay healthy? Then we have Alan Lazard, another one who's been here for a while, who's shown success, but he's also had major drops, major penalties, and injury concerns. So is he going to be able to fight for the number 2 receiver spot? Malachi Corley, we don't know what we have in him because the old regime never used him. So is he going to be able to step up? Because this could be his last chance. Because this franchise, this team, right now, this coaching staff is not dedicated to him. They didn't draft him. So he could be on the chopping block if he doesn't perform. We have Tyler Johnson. What is he going to do to show that he belongs on this team? Wide receiver 2. We have also the young guys, Jamal Pritchett, Quentin Skinner, Arian Smith. We have Xavier Gibson still here as well, who's trying to push for a receiver spot. We have all these guys that are fighting for this wide receiver 2. Arian Smith, who I think might end up winning the job. We got to see what is going to go on with that wide receiver 2 position, because that's a big one, a big competition right there now. And the ones I really like, the 3 that I really like, I like Josh Reynolds, Arian Smith, and Tyler Johnson. Those are my 3 that I'm hoping for as wide receiver 2. Those are the ones that I'm banking on because I think Alan Lazard might get traded. Malachi Corley, I think, is just more of a gadget guy. If he takes another step, he could be good depth in the slot. Xavier Gipson, I don't know if he makes the team. So there's a lot of issues there. Irv Charles just has an ACL injury. So there's that. So he's not here for right now. So it's going to be interesting to see these wide receiver rooms. I love Jamal Pritchett. I think he's going to stay on the special teams. And I think Quentin Skinner makes this team as well. I really like him as that replacement to Alan Lazard or Josh Reynolds later down the line. I really like his ability. He's got size and strength and great possession receiver as well and decent speed too. So watch out for Quentin Skinner as well. But these are the guys. Wide receiver 2 is a concern for me right now, but I'm interested to see what we can get out of these guys and who ends up winning the wide receiver 2 position job. Now, getting into the next one, we get into the rookies, which is always very, very exciting. And there's a lot of them. I have most of them on here. We have our Armand Membu. We have our Francisco Mauigoa. We have our Arian Smith, Mason Taylor, Tyler Barron. We have Jamal Pritchett, Quentin Skinner, Malachi Moore, Fatorma Molba, Brady Cook. We got Peyton Page, but there's also Donovan Edwards that I didn't have on here. And we have Kai Kroger, who's a punter, rookie punter who's on here in the competition. And there's so many people. Jamarcus Weston, who's a rookie, who could be very good on special teams. The rookies I'm excited to see how they ball out. Francisco Mauigoa I want to keep an eye on too, because our wide receiver or linebacker room is very weak after Quincy Williams and Jamie Sherwood. So can Francisco Mauigoa take that step and be our weak side linebacker? Can he take that from Jamin Davis? Because if he can step up and be a great linebacker, a solid linebacker like the coaching staff is hoping for, that's going to be a scary linebacker room. But the depth behind it is a concern. If he can step up, that's going to ease my tensions because I'm really worried about this linebacker room. If Jamie Sherwood or Quincy go down, we're screwed in the linebacker room, in my opinion. So I'm really hoping that Mauigoa can really take that step forward. And some of the other rookies too, because we do have some other rookies here in that linebacker room. But it's a very, very big concern. So I'm hoping he can take a step forward. Arian Smith, can he work on those drop issues? If he can, he's going to be an electric receiver in this league. Malachi Moore, I think, can start at safety. I think he's just that talented. Jamal Pritchett, I think, could be our kick returner week 1. Quentin Skinner, you already heard me talk about him. Fatorma Mobile and Peyton Page can be great pieces on that defensive line. Brady Cook is an interesting quarterback prospect because he can be a quarterback of the future for this team if Justin Fields doesn't work out. Mason Taylor, we all know the greatness of him. I think he's going to be a fantastic tight end in this league. Armand Membu, I'm really excited about. Tyler Barron's interesting. He put on some muscle, put on some weight. He can play on the outside and on the inside as a defensive tackle, so like a John Franklin Myers type of player. So that's really exciting. But there's a lot of these guys. Donovan Edwards, too, as running back, could be a very, very good fourth option for the Jets, or even a third option, depending on how the Jets go with that running back room. So there's a lot of great young pieces here, and I'm really excited to see how they perform. I could have put A.Z. Thomas, too, I didn't put on here. A.Z. Thomas is going to be an elite prospect, and I think he's going to be an elite cornerback in this league, just like Sauce Gardner is. So watch out for that. And he could actually be, and I've been my bold prediction all offseason has been that A.Z. Thomas is going to be cornerback 2, and Malachi Moore is going to be the starting safety for the New York Jets, along with Andre Sisco. So I think we're going to go young to this defense. So that's my bold prediction. Be prepared. These rookies are very, very exciting, in my opinion. But guys, that is all I have for you guys in this video. These are the storylines that I think are very, very important going into the training camp. Players have reported today, rookies reported over the weekend, but I think it's very, very important to notice these things. See what's going to happen in this training camp. And be confident because we got a lot of great pieces in here. I'm excited to see what AG does as head coach. I think he's going to be a fantastic one. I'm really hoping so. Tanner Engstrand, I'm really excited to see what he does. Steve Wilkes, we know what he is as a defensive coordinator. Fantastic. And Chris Banjo, I'm also excited to see as our special teams coordinator, being a new one for that. So guys, these are the storylines that I think are the most important going into training camp. Let me know what you think. Let me know what storylines you are looking at as well down in the comments. And again, guys, Thank you so much for joining me in the Jets Ward. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your day.